Good evening, folks. How's it all going? Good.
We made it. We finally made
That's
it.
beautiful. We have our gorgeous, lovely little small audience here. Welcome. Welcome to Ballina Greens Online. Actually, it's called Local Greens Online. This is our thrice rescheduled fundraiser. And we've got a fantastic night of awesome entertainment for you. This is Kiri. Kiri is the candidate for Ward B.
Hi everyone.
And I'm Simon. I'm the candidate for Ward C. And Jason is invisible at the moment. I think he'll be appearing at some stage. And yes, we've got a fantastic night of entertainment. Heaps and heaps of acts. So probably not going to chat too much. I might just get straight into it. So, with no further ado, I would like to introduce our first act. This is a young lady who's, one of my favourite people in the world. She is actually my daughter. And this is Serendipity. Now, Serendipity did the HSC last year, and as soon as she'd finished her studies, she sat down and songwriting hard. It's like it poured out of her. And she's got a fantastic presence in social media. Great. She's a member of the Young Greens. Please put your hands together for Serendipity.
Hello. All right, hello. It's so lovely to be here. I'm really glad to be able to get the opportunity to be supporting my dad. Super proud of him for standing up for what he cares about. He's very much my biggest inspiration, as well as Mum. And yeah, so I'm really glad to be able to be here performing. I'm definitely quite nervous, I have to say. This is the first time I've performed to real life people in like a year. So we'll see. And as Dad said, when I graduated school, I found myself at a bit of a crossroads. I was like, okay, what next? And a lot of songs came out of me, including this first one, which is called Roller Coaster. And it's about the ups and downs in life and not knowing what you want to do, but being like, you know what, we're here for the ride, so let's just enjoy it as it comes. And yes, here it is. See your life before you and everything just seems so strange. Like you're standing at a corner, questions every way you face, and you tell yourself you're fine, but to be honest, you're so afraid. I wish I could tell you it'll all be alright, but nobody knows what's coming along down the line. Oh, I wish I could tell you, hey, you're gonna be fine, but all we can do is take one step at a time. They say life is a roller coaster, hold on tight. We don't wanna fall off, we're just looping through the sky. Upside down, feel the blood to your head and it's scary. You don't want it to end cause it feels like you can fly when you're up high here on this ride. Ooh. Do you know that feeling when left is right and right is left? Like everything you thought you knew is changing in your hands, and you wanna make the right decision, but you don't know what it is. You're a drop of water in an ocean, and you're tossing with the wind. Oh, I wish I could tell you it'll all be alright. But all we can do is take one step at a time. They say life is a roller coaster, hold on tight. We don't wanna fall off, we're just looping through the sky. Upside down, feel the blood to your head and it's scary. You don't want it to end cause it feels like you can fly when you're up high. Here on this ride, oh. Just keep taking step after step. We're all making our way somewhere. Don't need to know where we're gonna get, cause life's about the ride. They say life is a roller coaster, hold on tight. You don't wanna fall off, we're just looping through the sky. Upside down, feel the blood to your head and it's scary. You don't want it to end cause it feels like you can fly when you're up high. Here on this ride, oh. Thank you. Okay, got through one song. Okay. The next song that I'll be playing is one of my newer ones. I actually don't think I've played it to real life people yet. No, not them either. Played it to a screen. But yes, it is called Tomorrow, and it's about when there's someone in your life who you thought would always be in your life, and then suddenly they're not. And yes, how it feels when someone's not in your life tomorrow when you thought they would be. And yes, here it is. You always said that you would call, but I never expected nothing at all. And as the days turn into months and months to years, I knew you'd forgotten about me too. And so I'm writing you this song, just to remind you what we've lost. Cause though the nights and days they keep on rolling by, I still find you're often on my mind. And so I sing to you, cause I've been wondering, who do you imagine life if we had never parted? Would you be with me now? Would we be talking about the things we did and what to do tomorrow? When did we lose tomorrow? And so I tell myself you're busy. Heck, I know sometimes life can get so messy, but there comes a point you've got to make the time, and some people don't even try. And so I sing to you, cause I've been wondering, who do you imagine life if we had never parted? Would would you be with me now? Would we be talking about the things we did and what to do tomorrow? When did we lose tomorrow? I never thought you'd be a stranger to me. I never thought we'd live in split realities. I hoped it wouldn't last, but now you're from my past, and all that's left to ask is, do you miss me too? 'Cause I've been wondering, who do you imagine life if we had never parted? Would you be with me now? Would we be talking about the things we did and what to do tomorrow? When did we lose tomorrow? Ooh. Thank you. And now I'm just going to do a quick retuning I was playing in Dadgad, which is my favorite tuning, and now I'm playing in Iadgad, which is a variation on that. This next song, if you like some of the things you're hearing, I've got like socials and stuff, and you can come along for the ride if you would like to. It's Serendipity Music, Serendipity with an I instead of a Y. And I'm on Facebook and Instagram and such. And yes, I'm working on recording this one at the moment, and I'm hoping to release it before the end of the year, although it might be early next year at this rate. Yes, this one is a little bit more upbeat, and I wrote it just after I graduated, and it's also about having not much idea about what you want to do with your life, and then kind of feeling stagnant and finding momentum through the stagnancy. And it's called Lost in Limbo. Been 3 weeks, God, it feels like months. I've forgotten how to sleep. I'm so scared to be wasted potential. Somebody asking me. Sky is looking pretty grey. God, it feels like I'm human stagnancy. Yeah, I was rolling into days as I sit in my room doing God, nothing at all. Oh, 'cause it feels like I'm fighting, like something is hiding inside. And the world keeps on spinning, but it feels like I'm sitting on the side. And I'm scared to be alone, and I waste so much time on my phone. Please tell me how to get out of this rut, so I'm not lost in limbo. I made a smoothie yesterday, it tasted pretty good, and hey, it made me feel a little bit better for a while. I'm reading a good book again, it really feels so good to just pretend everything is fine when you're living in those lines. But run, 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 I can't seem to escape how it feels when I'm alone. It's like not quite fine, but not quite okay, and I'm not sure what to do. And I wish I liked my music more, wish I felt good about my scores, wish I wasn't so freaking judgmental of myself. So many opportunities I want to seek, but God, it seems so overwhelming, so I can't bring myself to start. 'Cause it feels like I'm fighting, like something is hiding inside. And the world keeps on spinning, but it feels like I'm sitting on the side. And I'm scared to be alone, and I waste so much time just sitting on my phone. So please tell me how to get out of this rut, so I'm not lost in limbo. So although right now I don't really know who I am, at least now I know you gotta lose yourself to grow. 'Cause it feels like I'm fighting, like something is hiding inside, and the world keeps on spinning, but I don't wanna sit on the side. And I know that I'm not alone, and I am gonna be less on my phone. So please tell me how to get out of this rut, so I'm not lost in limbo.
Serendipity, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for having me.
Serendipity, beautiful job. Wow, fantastic. So tonight we've got a bunch of live musicians. We've got 4 solo live musicians. We also have a number of pre-recorded acts larger acts pre-recorded that have come in. During COVID, we thought, no, we've got to get this all together. We weren't going to be rescheduled again. So we said, let's get these guys to pre-record. So some of these acts have been pre-recorded, and we're now going to have a look at one of our pre-recorded acts. This next act, it's just got one piece for us, and this is Orchestra Lismore, beautiful orchestra, folk instrument orchestra from Lismore. And if you guys will just cast your eyes to the screen, you'll be able to just watch that. Orchestra Lismore, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello there, my name is Tony. I play with World Music Ensemble Orchestra Lismore. We're called that because we're a world music ensemble that rehearsals in Lismore, and we play with Amore. One of the tunes we play is an old one, originally called Bella Ciao. It's been a song of protest and anthem for eons. But in 2008 it was rewritten by some Belgians in order to turn it into a clarion call to address climate change in an urgent manner. They invite everyone, and we extend that invitation, to learn the lyrics and the tune yourself and sing it at any public event as part of this greater dialogue about the potential effects of climate change and what we can do about it. And that's why now the song is called Do It Now. Google Sing for the Climate or Bella Ciao, Do It Now. Hope you're having a great night. We're so sorry and disappointed we can't be there for you. Instead, here we are, Nimbin Hall, February 2020, and we've thrown another little tune in there as a bit of hint about renewable energy. Let's sing and dance our way to a better future.
All right, thank you very much indeed. Next up, we have another live performer. This is a lovely friend of mine who's performed several times at Rouse Unplugged, beautiful artist. Please put your hands together. This is Leora Clark. She's come up from Lismore. Beautiful stuff. Leora Clark, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, this is going to take some getting used to, isn't it? This is like, suddenly life is different. And when I was warming up before, I realised that it's a long time since I've played, not just in front of a live audience, but in front of a bigger room than my little room at home. It's weird. And I was talking, what's your daughter's name? Jessica. I was talking to her before and we were saying how dry our throats are with the masks. There's going to be a whole new way of looking at, learning to live. Like, Simon, can you get my water? It's just on the table. Like keeping on drinking and... Thank you. Thanks. So, I wasn't going to sing this song tonight. I had another song that I wanted to sing. I just couldn't learn it in time because it's in Greek. And I spent like 2 weeks trying to learn it. If anybody speaks Greek and reads in Greek, I would really appreciate anybody some help because trying to learn Greek is, I now know why they say it's all Greek to me. Because I had to learn the language and then try and learn the words and anyway. So instead I opted for this one. Sorry. It slipped about 2 levels. This was a song called I Was Going to Be an Engineer. It was written by Peggy Seeger for International Women's Day. It was commissioned by the people who were organising International Women's Day. And I got this from Peggy Seeger herself. This is what she told me. She said when she played it to them, they didn't like it. Like it was supposed to be one of those songs which was going to be an album inspiring, one of that every year would come International Women's Day it would be sung, but they didn't like it. And she said, if they didn't want a song like this, they shouldn't have asked me to write it. And you'll understand why in a moment. When I was a little boy, a little girl, sorry, that's the second time I've done that. Maybe the universe is telling me something. What is it, Jenna? Jenna? Following in footsteps, okay. When I was a little girl, I wished I was a boy. I tagged along behind the gang and wore my corduroy. Everybody said I only did it to annoy, but I was gonna be an engineer. Well, my mama told me, can't you be a lady? It's your duty for to make me the mother of a pearl. Wait until you're older, dear, and maybe you'll be glad that you're a girl. Dainty as a Dresden statue, gentle as a Jersey cow, smooth as silk, gives creamy milk. Learn to coo, learn to moo, that's what you do to be a lady now. When I went to school, I learned to write and how to read, history, geography, and home economy. And typing is a skill that every girl is sure to need, to while away the extra time until it's time to breed. And then they had the nerve to say, what would you like to be? I says, I'm gonna be an engineer. No, you only need to learn to be a lady. The duty isn't yours for to try and run the world. An engineer could never have a baby. Remember, dear, that you're a girl. So I become a typist and a study on the sly, working out the day and night so I can qualify. Every time the boss come in, he pinched me on the thigh, says I've never had an engineer. Well, you owe it to the boss to be a lady. It's the duty of the staff for to give the boss a whirl. The wages that you get are crummy, maybe, but it's all you get 'cause you're a girl. She's smart for a woman, wonder how she got that way. You get no choice, you get no voice, just stay mum, pretend you're dumb. That's how you come to be a lady today. Then Jimmy come along and we set up a conjugation. We were busy every night with love and recreation. I spent my days at work so he could get his education. Now he's an engineer. Well, he says, I know you'll always be a lady, dainty as a dish rag, faithful as a chow. Stay at home, you gotta mind the baby. Remember, you're a mother now. Well, every time I turn around, there's something else to do. Cook a meal or mend a sock or sweep a floor or two. Listening to John Laws, it makes me want to spew. I was gonna be an engineer. I really wish that I could be a lady, and I could do the lovely things a lady's supposed to do. I wouldn't even mind if only they would pay me, and I could be a person too. What price for a woman? You can buy her with a ring of gold. To love and obey without any pay, you get a cook and a nurse, for better or worse. You don't need a purse when a lady is sold. But now the times are harder and my Jimmy's got the sack. I went down to Vickers, they were glad to have me back. I'm a third-class citizen, my wages tell me that. But I'm a first-class engineer. Well, the boss, he says, I pay you as a lady. You only get the job 'cause I can't afford a man. With you I keep the profits high, and maybe you're just a cheaper pair of hands. You got one fault, you're a woman. You're not worth the equal pay. A bitch or a tart, you're nothing but heart. Shallow and vain, you got no brain. Go down the drain like a lady today. Well, I listened to my mama and I joined the typing pool. I listened to my lover and I put him through his school. But if I listen to the boss, I'm just a bloody fool and an underpaid engineer. I've been a sucker ever since I was a baby, as a daughter and a wife, as a mother and a dear. But I'll fight them as a woman, not a lady. I'll fight them as an engineer. It's green. You want me to take it off?
Let's take that jumper off, because at the moment we're getting a very interesting feed on the video.
Okay. Will you hold this?
Yes, it's my pleasure.
I'll put it on the floor.
Okay, that's right.
Do 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 do.
Beautiful.
Yeah, 40 years ago it would have been. Oh, thank God. Whoops, neither was that. So the next song is totally different. often when I do a gig, well, I say often when I do a gig, it's not often anymore, is it? It's like rarely when I do a gig. A song will present itself and then I think, why? And then I start finding out, well, this one, I used to sing it when I had a little jazz band, and I always used to say, this is a song for people who have a problem with commitment. And I realised no one has a problem with commitment. You're committed to whatever you're committed to. So people who don't want commitment, they are non-committed. That's their path. They don't have a problem with it. Everybody else does. And I was thinking of, in terms of the blah blahs in Glasgow, who some of them have actually turned out okay, but not unfortunately ones from this part of the world. But I realised that I just question how can people want to live like that and live like that for others? Anyway, that's their commitment. So this is a song called Perhaps, Perhaps, Perhaps. You won't admit you love me, and so how am I ever to know when you just tell me perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. A million times I've asked you, and then I ask you over again, but you just tell me perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. If you won't make your mind up, we'll never get started. I don't want to wind up being parted, broken-hearted. So if you really love me, confess. So if you really love me, say yes. But if you don't, dear, confess. Just don't tell me perhaps, perhaps, perhaps. Ya-da-doo-dee-doo, doo-dee-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, ba-da-dee-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, ba-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-doo, ba-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-doo, ba-doo-doo-doo. Siempre que te pregunto que cuando, cómo y dónde, tú siempre me respondes quizás, quizás, quizás. Y así pasan los días, yo desesperando, y tú contestando, quizás, quizás, quizás. Estás perdiendo el tiempo pensando, pensando, por lo que tú más quieras. ¿Hasta cuándo? ¿Hasta cuándo? Y así pasan los días, yo desesperando, y tú contestando, quizás, 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 quizás. When Simon asked me to do this, I mean, I think he asked everybody not to do this to everybody he has to do this, he asked to say a few words why we want to support him. And When I was a child, I grew up in a small Jewish community in Manchester, and it was a very safe place to grow up. You know, you knew the community knew you knew where to go if you needed, you know, I mean, I left when I was 10, but it was a very safe thing. And I was thinking, how many people don't have that today? Almost everyone. Like, we live in such a world of chance. And I was thinking of the refugees and all the people in the world that don't have a safe place. And that's what this song is about. It's a Hebrew song. For 2,000 years we didn't have a place. We were unwanted, unwelcomed, you know, I'd say guests, but it's not really guests, is it, when you're unwelcome? And I think that that's so many more people nowadays. It's what's happening to them. You know, it's like the whole world is getting like that. And it's a song called The Song of the Wanderer. And the words in English mean, if only I could fly like a little bird. In my endless wanderings, my soul is in torment. If only I could fly like a little bird, who in a goodly nest can find its rest. But unfortunately, like a wandering bird, I too wander. But when I'm tired, I have no nest in which to rest. And I just think of the people in the world. And that's why I'd like to vote for Simon. Because I realise that what he stands for in community, it's like we need that. Like, I think he will look after the community. And I think he's one of those people who want to leave the world a better place than how they found it. And they're the kind of people who I would like to have in government. Yes. Yeah, I know. One of these days, it's coming. Anud ani gamken achet yaf me'od lanuach ein li ken lanuach ein li ken achet yaf me'od lanuach ein li
Ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful, thank you. Leora.
Thank you.
Right, I just need to adjust the microphone for the next performer.
Yeah, like put it right.
Because it's me. What a lovely night. It's amazing how one feels nervous when the way it all comes up. It's like, oh, where's my water? I need my water. I'm going to start off with a song called A Different Train. This is a song that I started writing when I went to a... Hi, I'm Simon Chait, how you going? It's very exciting to be here. Got my PR manager over there. And yes, I started writing this. I think it was Byron Music. I went and sat down to Byron Music. I was trying a guitar and I went, ooh, quite like that. I went, yeah, okay. So then I took it home and turned it into a song. 2018 is on the, oh, I need this, sorry, crikey. I have so many things in my head. Lyrics are not one of them. A different train. Well, it finished for the day when he walked downtown like he always did. Well, he liked to go this way 'cause it took him back to when he was a kid. When he got there, he got talking to an old friend that he knew from school. When he got onto that wrong train, well, he shook his head 'cause he'd been a fool. A town with any name is a man with any face. And if you look into his eyes, well, there's in another place. But if you look into his heart, hope is flickering like a flame. Yeah, the time and place was right, 'cause he went and caught that different train. Well, he found an empty window and he took his seat as the sun went down. Well, his eyes were getting heavy and he fell asleep, heading out of town. As he slept against that window, he didn't see bright shooting star. When he finally opened up his eyes, he realized he'd gone way too far. Another town, another place, another life, another face. Yeah. Another day, another choice, another night, another voice. Another hope, another dream, another sigh, another scream. Another loss, another gain, another ride on a different train. Alright, now there's an imaginary guitar solo happening, right? Here we go. Driving her car when she took a left turn instead of a right. She hadn't traveled very far when a shooting star lit up the night. When she pulled into that station for a bite to eat and a coffee black, she could see the train coming, pulling into town on a one-way track. In a town, in any place, there's a girl with any name. Yeah. And if you look into her heart, love is burning like a flame. 'Cause if you look into her eyes, you can see she's just the same. Oh, 'cause the time and place was right. Yes, she's gonna meet that different train. That different train. That different train. That different train. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. All right. Okay, here's a tune that I wrote in 2014. Boy, I'm just so used to saying 19 something or other. You'd have thought 21 years I'd have sorted it by now. All right, this is a piece of music that I wrote. I wanted to write something that had the vibe of Jethro Tull. Do you guys know Jethro Tull? Awesome, yeah. And so I thought I just wanted to try a Jethro Tull-y kind of song. This is called Harbour Green. Next two songs both have a little bit of an environmental message hidden in them. As I was walking out on Harbour Green, I met a man who'd had a dream. And every time he tried to let it go, well, it left him cold. He didn't want to know, he didn't want it told, and so he turned away. I asked him if he would confide in me, but he just shook his head, saying let it be. But then I saw a look upon his face, there was something there, more than just a trace. And he turned to me, and he told me of his dream. Of a world where nature reigned, where people laughed and creatures played, and And mighty forests covered half the land, and the other half was hills and sand and oceans blue, and life was happy there. But then one day a man was looking round, and he found some gold beneath the ground. And all the people came from everywhere. They came in droves to claim their share, and they ripped it down as the world got in their way. As I saw his face, his gaze went to another place. And as I watched, a tear came to his eye. And as he spoke, his words would catch, and his throat would choke and scratch. And it seemed to me that he was saying goodbye. It wasn't long before the light had gone, and the brilliant birds had lost their song, and their machinery was everywhere, and they carved the land without a care, and they tore it down, 'cause life got in their way. With these final words he turned to go, and as I watched him leave with his head hung low, I saw a brilliant feather drifting down, made of fire and ice, all gold and brown, more beautiful than this world had ever. Thank you very much. Alrighty. Thank you. This next song was written in 1986, so it's got a 19 in front of it. Back when I were a young lad, 20 something or other, and this is oh sorry guitar. It's it had it's a bit of a back in the 90s when I was doing the full hippie thing. It was a bit of a hippie anthem amongst all my mates. We all loved this song and sort of sang it heaps. It's called Child of Mother Nature. It's got a chorus in it. I'm just going to teach you the chorus because it's real easy and it'd be lovely if you feel like singing along. It goes like this. Make sure. And I'll always be a child of Mother Nature. That's the first line. Second line goes like this. And I'll always be a lover of the land. Not too tricky. Alright, expect lots of lovely interaction during the choruses. There was a time in my life I was lying in the gutter. I couldn't find the strength to lift my spirit from the ground. All my hopes had shattered. I was running right on empty. I was looking for a miracle to bring myself around. And I'll always be a child, that's it, come on, of Mother Nature. Oh yeah. And I'll always be a lover happening there. Beautiful. And I'll always be a lover of the land. I hope you guys are singing at home. Imaginary guitar solo. Here we go. So many children who saw the world as beautiful and not an evil place. And in the air was magic, and the trees were full of laughter. And in the smallest creature I saw nature's smiling face. And I'll always be a child of Mother Nature. Yes, I will. Oh, yes, I'll always be a lover of the land. That's beautiful. This earth of ours so precious, she's always held the answers. And we are all her children, and yet we hurt her so. There is not one amongst us who has not felt her magic. The lifeblood flows within us. Let's give the earth a go, and we'll always be children of Mother Nature. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, we'll always be lovers of the land. Yes, we'll always feel the breath of Mother Nature. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Yes, we'll always feel the spirit of the land. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, good on you. Only one voice crack, that wasn't too bad. That's excellent. That was Child of Mother Nature, and now we're going to throw straight over to the next online act. And these guys are from Lennox Head, and they're awesome. And you guys have probably all heard of them because of their awesomeness. Please put your hands together, Bronnie and the Bishops.
And the Bishops. You are very privileged, ladies and gentlemen, tonight to be in Bronnie's piano studio. Oh, how privileged you are. Jolly good. Yes. Not only that, but as Australia's longest self-serving politician, yes, she's going to give you the benefit of her wisdom on who to vote for at the upcoming council election.
Yes. Well, don't vote for the Greens. They're so green. They don't have the experience on governing in local politics. But we, on the right side of politics, we have the experience needed to succeed. Yes, yes.
Bronny's dead right.
Yes.
The Greens would block beautiful industry right in the middle of the Shire here. More jobs, more prosperity for everybody.
Cracking, cracking, cracking. Deep down rocks we're cracking. Send the greenies packing headlong. Though science we are lacking, we have government backing, and the police are on our side. Though we might be polluting, paying councillors colluding, there's money to be made, so we must be right. Cracking, cracking, cracking.
Money we are stacking, democracy hijacking, be gone. This country's not for softies or ideals lofty when there's money to be made for a song. While there's little regulation, progress means no stopping, profits will be whopping, right or wrong.
Unlock the gate.
Government.
Stop. Our side. We don't care, it's ours. Drill it down. Suck it up.
Do it up.
But it's true. Hell with you.
Hell with you, it's ours.
Fracking, 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 countryside ransacking, farm livelihoods attacking, it's ours. Fugitive gas is leaking, atmospheric carbon peaking, 1,000 parts per million headlong. But we're in for nasty weather.
Let's go hell for leather. She'll be right. The air conditioners are. Unlock the word. Cracking, cracking, cracking. Civil duty is not lacking. We're good citizens now, don't you scoff. If you have some farmlands, don't you sack your farmhands. Soon the gas will go, the market shut. Then we have rubber stamp approval, 10 billion tons removal. You'll all be miners when we're open cut. Unlock the gate.
Government. Put the side.
Our side. We don't care, it's ours. Drill it down.
Pump it in.
Suck it up.
Spew it out.
But it's true. Hell with you.
Hell with you, it's ours,
It's
ours, it's
Precious.
That's right, get cracking on the fracking. More jobs and prosperity for the whole Shire.
Vote 1, Bronny and the
And the
Bishop.
bishops. The boys just needed a quick costume change, but we're back.
Yes,
Oh, thank you. Needed a servant, never could dress myself.
because the Greens have seldom been in power, they lack the experience in the most important skill in local politics. Only we have the experience necessary to deliver to developers.
Bollocks. Lady corruption, we suckle at your breast. Money buys you power, we will pass the test. Just bring the cash to the minister for Beijing. Don't care if that money comes from Beijing. Bring the loot in a suitcase or in a shopping bag and only one. Your cause will embrace with a straight face. That's how it's done.
Lady corruption, we grovel at your feet. In the cause of power, we will lie, steal, cheat.
Money power, money, money power. Vote reading, branch stacking, bribery. Money power, money, money power. Let's drink champagne.
Gladys favored Daryl, now she's over a barrel. For Gladys has fallen on her ICAS sword. Marginal electorate, you want some money. Michaelia herself will drown you with cash. Prime Minister Morrison second one. Your federal watchdog, his majority is too thin. You know corruption's never ending. That's why the cops never come. Payments in a pyramid ascending. That's how it's done. Lady corruption, we suckle at your breast. Money buys you power, we will pass the test. Lady corruption, we'll advance your cause. If it's illegal, we'll just change the laws. Yes, vote for Bronny and the Bishops. We have the best politicians
Money can buy. Oh, look, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I just had to get my guitar again, and Spider had to change his hat. Look, don't just judge the politicians by how they look. Don't judge them by their words even. You've got to judge them in action, like we judge our federal politicians in action.
In action.
In action.
In action.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to weep for me. You are going to weep. Allegations of misogyny, bullying and rape. From this trial by media, there's no escape. Have to hope for some distracting news. Look!
Oh.
Cute kittens and baby kangaroo. Because I'm not responsible. Not responsible. I'm not responsible for the things I do. I said I'm not responsible. Not responsible. Cause I'm blameless, don't you see? Doing favors for his business donor friends. Pork barrel gifts to win elections. Empathy loses every time to money. Scott and Jen say Scott's blame free. He's lucky. He sings not responsible. Not responsible. I'm not responsible for the things I do. I say I'm not responsible. Not responsible. Cause I'm blameless, can't you see?
What's the government in action on climate change? In action on inequality, your falling wage. In action on women's rights. In action on aged care. In action on incompetence, wage theft, robo-debt, Uluru, corruption, racism, house prices, vaccine rollout. It's okay. There's a mirage of care.
Because we're not responsible, not responsible. In fact, you're responsible. You voted us in. I said we're not responsible, not responsible. Cause we only care about ourselves. I'm inside the Canberra bubble. Don't dare burst it. I'm safe here.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you are responsible, so don't waste your vote on a Green. Vote Bronny and the Bishops. Oh yeah, look, we just had to change our hats. Well, Edie, we're back again.
You got it right. The Greens have a vision for a beautiful rural utopia, just full of little koalas. But me, look, I'm not going to be hugging some chlamydia-ridden marsupial. Oh no, how boring. Where are the jobs?
Where's the growth?
Where's
prosperity?
the business opportunities?
Oh.
Look, we have a much more realistic vision for the future. It is just a religious experience when you embrace it.
The great God growth
Oh, great God,
will set us free.
oh, great God,
Us rich get richer.
oh, great God,
Trickle down economy.
oh, great God,
To grow more jobs, have to cut your pay. change up.
Oh, great God, growth.
Skyscraper resorts.
Oh, great God, growth.
Clearfield development.
Oh, great God, growth.
Burger joints, billboards, but not many trees. No noisy birds to disturb your sleep. The great God growth will set us free.
Oh, great God, growth.
Like a cancer cell grows till you're dead. The great God growth insists it be fed. The heat will rise.
Oh, great God, growth.
So you'll be warmer in winter.
Oh, great God, growth.
Sea levels will
Oh,
rise.
great God, growth.
You'll live closer to the beach.
Oh, great God, growth.
Sell charcoal from the bushfire ash. Mine dead reef, we're making cash. The great God growth will set us free. Oh, great God growth. Ooh, ah, the great God growth.
Oh, great God, growth.
Is irresistible.
Oh, great God, growth.
Believe the gospel of
Oh,
growth.
great God, growth.
It is biblical.
Oh, great God, growth.
Without those lives of
Misery.
get on board the train
of destiny. The great God growth will set us free.
Oh, great God, growth.
Won't you set me free?
Oh, great God, growth.
Well, set me free.
Oh, great God, free.
Yes, set me free.
Set me free, oh, set me free.
Hallelujah, brothers and sisters. Growth is what we've all been asking for, and only our party can deliver that straight from the good book of corporations 24/7.
That's right. Vote one, Bronny and the Bishops. Vote for growth. Vote for jobs. Look, you can rezone, that forest of yours, for high-rise development. And with our climate change policies, the beach is just going to be at the bottom of the hill there.
Us or the Greens?
The choice is clear. The choice is clear.
Choice is clear. The choice is clear.
What?
You're out.
Oh. No, vote Bronny and... you're not actually on the list of candidates, Bronny.
Oh well, you'd better vote for Lord Simon and the Greens,
I suppose.
I suppose.
See ya.
Oh.
We can blame Paddy for that. Come on up. Okay, so we're going to have a little break now. Before we do, just like to introduce Jason. Jason's the candidate for the Greens for Ward 8. And as you know, tonight's a bit of a fundraiser. So what we are going to do while we're away, we're going to display the Greens donation details and QR code on this thing here for our people at home. So please get your wallets out, get the old phone out and check that QR code and donate for us. The donations are about raising money for our beautiful candidacy and to try and get our message out there and try and get ourselves seen and out into the public eye. Someone else say something.
So
it's really important that you donate to our campaign. It's been 5 long years since we've had a Green on Ballina Shire Council, 5 years without a consistent voice for environmental protection and climate action. So we need to get back on there, and getting elected is all about building a profile and getting your name out there in the community. And to do that, we need to advertise, we need to do social media, we need core flips in people's backyards,
Yes.
and all of that stuff costs money. So we need your cash.
We do. And for those that are here tonight, we've got on the tables outside there, we've got this little piece of paper which has got the QR code and the details. If you feel like donating something to us, we would be most grateful.
And it's tax deductible.
Tax deductible,
Yeah,
how
that's
good
a
is
great
that?
thing. So yeah.
That is very, very good.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to have a little break now. We're going to
Just have a word.
John's going to have a word
Yeah.
first.
It not only takes money to run a campaign, we also need bodies, volunteering bodies. So if you want to volunteer, we will need people to letterbox drop, we will need people on the pre-poll, we will need people on the main poll, we will need people to sit up for the poll and take the stuff away again, and we may well need some scrutineers. So if you're that way inclined, on the table where you signed in, there's a sheet of paper giving you the chance to give me contact details and what you might be interested in. So please do so. Thank you.
All right, and you can probably contact... that's right, I'm just about to do that right now. You could probably contact me, Simon, at ballinagreens.org.au, or check the Facebook page, and if you would like to help us, that would be fantastic. John's coming back.
Or 0408 727.
Come on, John. John's going to give you his phone number.
My phone number to volunteer, 0408 727 486. Think about it. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Okay, so folks at home, we'll just take 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. We're just going to have a little break, cup of tea, piece of cake. For you at home, go and put the kettle on and fill up the wine, whatever you'd like to do. We'll see you back here. It's time, 8:23 now. Let's kick off at 8:40. 17 minutes. See you then.